Okay, the stream is live. Let's do it.
Yes. We've got so much green. Feel free to do what you want out there in the internet land. Yeah.
Yes, exactly what he said.
Right. This is COFOH Live Undead. I am your host, Daniel Crosier, and I am joined by the amazing Danielle Scott. Yeah!
Something on my face.
Oh, wow. What an intro. I wasn't expecting that. Nice. Love it.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, we like to have fun. Sometimes it results in a little bloodshed.
I think you did have something on your face there, sir. Ooh.
Yeah, probably so. It's okay. I cleaned up.
I feel special.
Danielle, thank you so much for joining us all the way. You're in England. Where in England are you?
I am in London at the moment. I live in London. Yeah, London town. And it is currently 8:03 p.m. here. I believe it's 1 p.m. where you are. So we are connecting transatlantically, which is fabulous.
Right. Bringing the world together.
The magic of the internet.
Yes. Oh man. Oh, yeah. Again, thank you so much for joining us. Just to kind of dig in and introduce yourself to the American audience. Tell us a little bit about yourself, where you came from, how you got into acting.
Well, I'm originally from a place called South Wales. Not New South Wales in Australia, South Wales in the UK. Yeah. Half Welsh, half Dutch. And I moved to London with the big dream, the big lights, want to do acting from like quite a young age. So yeah, I was always into performing. I think I saw a musical maybe. I think it was called Tommy. I don't know if you know that one.
Yes.
You do? About the ping pong.
Yep.
Yeah.
Pinball Wizard.
Yeah, and I think it just gave me that feeling of like utter awe. I was so engrossed, and I'm not a musical actress. I can't sing. Like I can dance if I'm drunk. I'd say I could, but I'm not. I'm a straight actor. I'm not a triple threat. I don't do dancing or singing. But watching that musical, I think made me think, wow. And I came out there, and then I think we had the brochure, and I realized these are actually real people, and that's their job. They get paid to do this. I was like, oh, wow, okay. So, yeah, when I was in school, I was always into drama and stuff. And then I went to college. Right. And then I think it might have been puberty. I became really shy. And I just didn't want to do acting anymore. And I just couldn't bear to meet the new people and go. And I just was like, no. My mom was like, you love acting, go. I was like, no. So I think I did a business admin course, like, so not me. Then I was a trainee accountant for a little while, and then I just found the confidence again and found the love for it. Moved to London, was doing a little bit of modeling, and had a few castings, and then I decided to train again. So I went back into it as a not mature student, because I was only 21, but more mature than the people I went back to the drama school with. And got the acting bug, and did a few theatre things. But then I moved away and I went to Ibiza for like 10 years. Did a completely different career path. I was a music TV host, did all that kind of crazy living out there, and then moved back maybe 10 years ago. And then I was like, now it's time for the acting. I've gone full circle about 3 times, then retrained again. And then in London, it started happening maybe 5 years ago. I think it was actually during lockdown, which is bizarre. I think I got my first feature film because the movie industry was still going on here, and I got my first movie feature film role, and then it sort of snowballed from there. I've done, as you probably know, a lot of indie horror. That's kind of my niche now. So, so yeah, that's kind of a roundabout story of how it happened, I guess.
Nice. Yeah, I noticed on like IMDb you had your first short film was Juniper's Plum. Yeah, was that the first film entrance for yourself?
Yeah, do you know what that was a student film, but the production value they had with it, they had somebody doing all the, like, there was this, it was a very random story about these very posh aristocrats at this dinner party, and they had these really posh fruits that they liked to, and they were like made up fruits, but the person who made them, they actually make all the weed plants for all big gangster, like big Hollywood films. So somehow the person, I forget the name of it now, but yeah, they read the script from the student film. We're like, yeah, we're actually going to like put some money into this. So they had this next level like set design and making all these fruits that had moving parts and like stuff oozing out. And they literally,
that's awesome.
I think in Top Boy, I don't know if you've seen Top Boy in the US.
No,
it's a big TV series here, but lots of gangster movies. They make literally all the weed plants. They're high end. So I was like, oh, okay.
Nice.
So budget. It went to lots of film festivals and actually did really well. So that was cool. But that the very last day shooting was when lockdown happened, and we had like the army troops all coming into London, and it was so weird. We were like, okay, like everything shut down the next day. But then the movie business did carry on. So yeah, I was lucky enough to keep working. But yeah, that was the first time on a proper set, I think. So yeah, it was a student film, but like next level student film, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. That sounds amazing. It sounds like a Little Shop of Horrors type thing.
It was, yes, it was. And I was like this kind of everyone was really posh in it, and I was going with my posh partner to this dinner, but I wasn't, and I was like, didn't understand any of the stuff about the fruit, so I was like the outcast. And then I ended up smashing them all and found out there was some fake ones, and it all went mad. And like, yeah, it was a really good experience.
Nice. And then it looks like Mary Had a Little Lamb and Pterodactyl followed after that.
Yeah, because I kind of do these kind of very serious films, you know, no monsters, no blood. She says, yeah, pretty much. I think I died in every film I did for about 2 years.
Oh, wow.
And every time I'd say to my mum, oh, I'm in another film, would you like to watch it? She's like, do you die? I'm like, of course. And I kind of don't really see it from her point of view, because I'm like, it's acting, and look how great the prosthetics are, and look at that. And she's like, all I see is my girl getting killed on screen. I don't like it. So she didn't want to watch, doesn't really watch any of them.
Yeah.
But yeah, Pterodactyl, we've had Pterodactyl 2 now as well. So, and I survived again. So I think I'm learning, you know, how to fight these beasts. So watch this space. Those big beaks, they don't scare me anymore. That noise, I'm like, yeah. Shoot 'em.
Nice. Yeah, you just need some pterodactyl repellent. That's all you really need.
Yeah, no, well, you just need me. Yeah, with a dab and with a gun, I can shoot them anytime.
That's right. Yeah. Oh man, yesterday I was watching, Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey again to get ready for chatting with you too. Can you tell us a little bit about that experience? Because that kind of hit the zeitgeist, this last year and went international.
That movie went, well, as you know, it went bonkers. I mean, when we were filming it, I mean, we kind of thought it's a cool concept, but it was another, indie horror film made on a low budget, very short space of time, working with minimal kind of everything. And then I remember being on another set, and suddenly the WhatsApp's going crazy in that group, and it's been in suddenly in all the huge horror websites. Then it was in NME, and then it was in Guardian. Just tons and tons of press. So there was this is some excitement for this. So then I think they did some reshoots because they were like, then it got a cinema release, as you know, and it was like, yeah, it just went stratospheric. So the company after that, I think it's like, yeah, it went next level with people just were, I think it was a shock factor. And also like, it's not been done before, has it? You haven't really turned a childhood character into a killing machine. So when I was asked to do it, they said Winnie the Pooh as a killer. And I'm like, what? And then, oh yeah, and your character, you're going to be, mauled by Piglet. You'll be tied up in chains and like,
yep.
And I was like, okay, sign me up. I love it.
Nice.
I mean, it's kind of not the kind of normal job offer you get every day. Well, it is becoming more normal for me now, but you're going to be like, yeah, it sounds crazy. I'm going to do it.
Yeah, you might as well jump in. It sounds like a lot of fun, and with. Yeah, Piglet was a naughty fellow. Oh my gosh.
He was a naughty fella. Yeah, that is exactly what he was. But I got free and I want to go and get that.
Yeah. It was pretty interesting. Like, watching, seeing like, and I'm sure a lot of people had this experience, seeing, what they grew up with in their childhood. And of course, with Disney, owning a version of Winnie the Pooh, and then, the books became copywritten, free, and kind of adapting that version. I think that's where a lot of the shock factor kind of came for a lot of people.
Yeah, because it's naughty. It's really naughty.
It's pretty.
And not just Winnie the Pooh, Piglet as well, and Eeyore was my favorite. They killed Eeyore. They left his tail swinging. It's like, very naughty. But yeah, the whole experience was amazing because I'd worked with those guys before. So it's kind of a little family. We all knew how we worked together. And then the prosthetics for me, that was the first time having so many prosthetics on. And the girl who does them, Rebecca, we were in the middle of the forest. They're like, right, okay, you've got this time. We've got to be on set. And I want her completely covered, no eye, how it looks. Yep. So she worked against the clock. And that just is a testament to her talent, like how we literally in the forest, no trailer, like iPhone trying to get like to make it look good. And like, right, we need you on set. And I remember because there's a part in the film where I have to like, come out and then I see myself in the reflection. And that's when my reaction. So I said, don't show me what it looks like until it's actually on camera. So when I saw it, it was like, oh my God. So that reaction was actually real. Because when I was getting the makeup done, people were walking past and they were going, oh, and they were like taking pictures on stages. I was like, no, don't show me. I don't want to see what it looks like till I'm on camera. So that was, that was really cool because it was a natural reaction. There's nothing natural about that. A real reaction, I should say.
Right. Oh man. Yeah. It looked like you guys had, such a, a fun time on set. The sets were amazing, going through that, that tunnel with all the, the cross, all the lumber that was just intertwined and everything. Oh my God.
It was like they made that place for Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey.
Right.
Because I remember
was that just
no,
I'm sorry.
It's a holiday camp. Like people go there for holiday.
Oh.
You can hire it. I can't remember where I got sent the location images and I was like, that's not a film set. No, that's where people can actually go and stay. I don't remember exactly what it's called or where it was, but that's where people go and have parties and whatnots and hopefully come out alive, but who knows?
Right. Oh man, no, that's so cool. Obviously, looking on IMDb too, and I remember, I think you were posting this on your social media, and and it was mentioned on online as well. You're also attached to a Bambi movie as well.
Oh, yes. No, I didn't do Bambi in the end. I'm a very bad girl.
Oh.
Haven't updated my IMDb. No. I don't think. No, I was going to be in Bambi, but then they've only just finished filming that. Schedules didn't line up, so I wasn't able to do that. And I was going to be like a small. I can't tell you what it was going to be, but not one of the main characters. But I couldn't. Yeah, I wasn't able to do it. Conflicting times, so I was casting it. Then I was taken off it. But that's, I've seen some of the behind the scenes stuff trickling through some friends, and
cool.
It looks absolutely insane. So I think that was going to
Nice.
set the internet is going to be on fire again with that one. It looks really, really cool.
Oh, that'll be pretty exciting. But yeah, I was also seeing too that you're doing a one person comedy show. It's not stand up, right? It's
Oh, yeah, my one woman show. Well,
yeah.
it's not stand up because it's a play. It's a comedy play. It's written by me. It's like an hour long. I performed it last year as part of it's called the Camden Fringe Festival. I don't know. Do you know of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival?
Yes. We have friends that help participate and organize.
Oh, in Edinburgh.
Yeah.
Okay. So if you imagine the Camden Fringe is like a smaller sister version. It's in London. Okay. It's like a London Fringe Festival. It happens at the same time as Edinburgh, and it's around some small venues. So it's kind of like a warm up for Edinburgh. So I did it there last year. It was really fucking cool. I don't know if I could swear on this, but I just did. Sorry.
No, we're not monitoring.
And I did it all by myself. I wrote it, I directed it, I produced it, promoted it, did it all. And now, after the feedback from that, I've taken it all on board, and I've actually got two producers, and a director. One is from South Wales, so she's very similar to me, and a German producer. They're fabulous. And I've developed it, rewritten bits. You get all the bits that really worked, and I've just honed it. Now it's really tight, and we're going to take it to Edinburgh Fringe this year. So yeah, cool things are happening with that one. So yeah, I'm very excited for that. I love doing screen acting, but you can't beat the thrill of in the moment reaction. It's also when it doesn't go well, it's terrible because you feel like, oh my god, that was
right. You're on the spot.
Yeah, when you get. But when it goes well, then it's like that it's just a buzz. It's great. So yeah, I'm going to be doing that again this year.
Oh my gosh, that's cool. And that shows more autobiographical, right?
Yes, it is. Although my mother will be quite horrified if she knows it's autobiographical. So I say semi-autobiographical. No, I'm joking. No, it is. My life has been a bit crazy, so there are some crazy stories in there. But they make for a fun. I mean, the title "Sex, Drugs, and Hairy Bumhole," so it kind of you kind of know what to expect, but you also don't. It's got a moral to the story. Well, maybe you'll come to Edinburgh and come and watch it. So.
Well, we've come to Scotland a number of times, and we've been in London a few times. So yeah, it would be fun to be able to swing by and check out a live performance.
Or I can bring it to Colorado one day. Maybe live on your airplane hangar.
There you go. Yeah, that would be pretty fun to be able to shoot it in here. Whee! It's much bigger than the camera lets on. No, that sounds cool. Doing live theater, for me, it seems like such a an arduous thing because you've got the audience right there, you get the immediate feedback, but it's such a kind of getting over that stage fright. But it sounds like you've had years of experience, dealing with the audience and everything, right?
Yeah, but never on my own. The one woman show, I haven't got over the stage fright yet, and I don't know if anyone says they have, they're probably lying. Like that feeling just before, it's like the nerves, I don't know what they're doing, but they feel like they're gonna jump out. Like they're going to jump out of my throat and run around and start stabbing people. But and then as that you wait for the audience to come in, the lights are going down, and then everyone's there, and then the chatter with the audience. You're like, and then the different change in the music, because I obviously, if I'm backstage, I just know when the song comes in, that's when it's starting, and the lights go down. It's like, and then you go, and then as soon as I step on that stage, it's like, the nerves go. You're just in it, and it's good. It's fine. You roll with it, and even if there's mistakes or things, it's so much. I have the most fun when I'm doing it, but still, that moment before, even like 10 minutes before, I'm fine. It's that like 3-4 minutes before. It's like, why am I doing this? Why would you do this?
Yeah.
It's not healthy for the heart. But then afterwards, I'm like, oh, that was so much fun. And then you got to do it again the next day. So yeah,
Right.
as performers, yeah, we're a glutton for punishment, I think.
Nice. Well, we appreciate the the art form. It's always really exciting to see both in film, but I think there's so much more exhilaration even for the audience, in person. Having that immediate interaction and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so much cool, and that's got to be such a big change from the live theater and on film, because on film there's no audience, you don't know how things are going to play out, you're
And
just
you get
kind of
another go if it goes wrong. You don't get too many more goes, otherwise they won't hire you again if you like take 20 one line. But there is a bit less pressure because there's lots of people, and obviously there is pressure because there's so many people working where they want to get the shot as quick as possible. It's time, is money, and but if you do balls it up, we just start again, or you just can rewind and you can carry on. But if you're on the stage, especially if you're just by yourself, you can't just go, oh, do you know if we just do that again? Yeah. you can't step out of character. You can't step out of the moment, otherwise you ruin the whole, the whole fourth wall. So yeah. It's a different beast.
Yeah, very much so. And live theater, sometimes there's an intermission.
There's a what? Sorry.
Sometimes there's an intermission with live theater, so you can always go to the break
in the middle. Yeah.
Probably not for your show.
Oh, then you can go back and be like, right, okay, and then just don't come back on for the second half if it was that bad. Yeah, just run off. Go to the pub.
Go to the pub. With looking at so much of your film work, you've been able to produce like almost 20 films, it seems like, in the last 5 years since the pandemic, and how do you keep up with that workload? That seems like an amazing amount.
It is, and I would like to correct you. It's been 33 films. 33 in 4 years, I think. I know. When I counted them, I was like, oh my goodness. And I haven't done any for. I've been offset now for maybe 2 months, I think. But there was one point where I was doing so many back to back. I was traveling up to Scotland for Cinderella, then coming back, doing another film, and then I actually finished one at 4 o'clock in the morning, or maybe 6 o'clock in the morning, and I had to drive back to London. I had like an hour's sleep. I had to go to the set of the next film. It was like it overlapped so much, but it became like I knew I was doing it, so I just got in that mindset, and it was like I was on one film, and in the nighttime learning the lines for the next film. So kind of sort of being two characters at once, having to differentiate yourself. Like when you go home, when you finish set at night, you know the lines for tomorrow, so you'll go over them, but you're also frantically looking at the one for the next week, because as you know, with indie films, the turnaround is quite quick. Some of them are filmed in a week or 10 days. And over that summer, we were filming a lot. I think I did 8 back to back.
Oh my gosh,
and then I did the one woman show. So then I did that. So then after that, I was like, whew, I need a holiday. Yeah, it was pretty crazy. Quite intense.
Is this your holiday?
Sorry?
I'm sorry. Is this your holiday? Your 2 months off?
Oh no! Oh no! I've been working, just not on a film. No, I went for a little break. I went back to my family for a little downtime. No, I'm actually I'm working on another film next month. There's not really any rest time because I'm like a creative person. So if I'm not filming something, I'm either writing something, developing something. There's always something going on. My brain. I'm always told off by my friends and my family. I can't sit down. Like I'm not very good. If I just relax, I'm like, oh, I could be doing something. So it's probably, but that's probably why. So I'm happy when I'm working on films, and also I take it as I feel very lucky, to be able to do all these films, and then it's a delight to be offered work. So I should just I don't take it for granted basically, and I never complain, even though if I've had 2 hours sleep. I'm happy to be doing it. So it's a grind. So you got to take, just take the the sleepless nights with the passion for the craft, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, how 33 films in 4 years.
Yeah.
Oh, that's quite the feat. Can you talk to us about your upcoming roles or anything that's about to release? Yeah, anything that that you want to plug?
Yeah, I actually, well, the Cinderella's Curse is coming out,
Nice.
which is super exciting. I believe it's getting a cinema release, but the
Cool.
trailer hasn't dropped yet. The poster's out, but I haven't seen the trailer yet, and I don't know when. It's kind of like with these things, we'll know like 2 days before the act as well. I know it's imminent, so, and I don't know exactly what the release is going to be, but yeah, Cinderella's Curse, that's the one we filmed up in Scotland in a big castle, and I play the evil stepmother. So yeah, a very different character for me. Yeah, I have black wig on, look completely different. It's all beautiful period costumes, amazing locations, and a very, very dark story. Like obviously the original Cinderella, the Brothers Grimm, that is quite dark, but this is like very dark. So I'm excited for that. Super excited for that because and filming it was amazing because worked with lots of my friends on there because doing lots of these films, we kind of like the same people sort of cross paths quite a lot. So we've become like a real tight little group. So that's nice. And I've signed for another film, which I start next month. But I've signed one of those NDAs, you know, when you're not allowed to discuss anything. So it doesn't make it very exciting for talking about because you're not allowed to say anything. So I don't know sometimes if they do that just to make it sound like very hush hush. It's a sci-fi romance. That's all I can say.
Cool.
So, and I only got the script today, so I haven't read it yet. So even if I wanted to tell you about it, I couldn't. I just know it's filming in London over the next couple of months. So I've got that coming up. Oh, and there was one I did a long time ago. I don't know what the delay. The CGI effects. I think they're taking a long time to get them perfect. It's called Spiders on the Plane. Yeah, so we did that in an aircraft hangar, like maybe what you're on, a huge airplane. 2 or 3 airplanes actually, and it's about. I guess you've seen Snakes on a Plane.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it's
I remember that. Yeah,
it's a bit of a twist on that with spiders, and like I'm the air hostess on that, and it's like fighting these absolute. They start small, and I get like fire extinguishers, and I'm bashing them about. And it's like, shit goes off. There's fires. We had a lot of fun. I think that was probably the most fun I've had on set for a while. Was doing the spiders. Yeah, we had a great DOP, a really great cast, and everyone just had so much fun. It was summer, so we were outside around the airplane. So yes, Spiders on the Plane. I think that it'll probably come out on streaming on Netflix or Amazon Video. I don't exactly know, but I know that was going to be a lot of fun. Cheeky fun. Yeah.
That's the best, right?
Yeah. It's tongue in cheek. It's not too serious. There is gore in it, but it's like it's comedy as well. There's so many funny moments in it. So I'm looking forward for people to see that one.
Man, it sounds like you really dive into these roles. Just having a good time. Having a lot of fun. And really enjoy the craft and being amongst all the crew and fellow actors. Was there ever any moment where you're like, oh crap, this is actually getting to be a little hard?
Yeah, it probably would be when it becomes 5, 6, 7 in the morning, and it's being like exhausted, or when lots of things run over. In the industry they do, and if you're out, I filmed so many things in the forest. And it's been fucking freezing, like so cold that, and then you're like, you just got to get on with it. But you're like that cold, then you think, okay, we're done now. Then we're like, oh no, we're going to do another shot, and it's got to be like you're getting wet and you're getting cold and things like that. That can be quite hard because you're like, oh my God, you like being cold and tired. I think that's the hardest thing, but you know that it's going to make the amazing shot, and you know what you sign up to when you agree to these things, because there was an example. I filmed a movie called Monsternado, and there was going to be lots of running in tunnels and out in the cold. And it was filmed in this amazing kind of old like army camp, and obviously my costume then was this tiny dress and these heels. But I end up, like, I was in a hotel, and then I end up in that area, and as part of the film I'm in the same costume because I'm running away, so I'm like literally absolutely so cold. But I was like, I get in the mindset and I don't feel it, and I'm just go for it. And then when I stop, I'm like, I can't feel my feet. But for me, I'm in the moment. I love it. I'm having the best time making these films. But there has been instances where people have started a project, let's say, and then gone, it's going to be a bit cold. Oh, I don't want to do it anymore. And then like decided they're pulling out, or they're not going to do it. So I'm like, if you think that's hard, then wait till you get to Hollywood or whatever. I'm sure I've seen films like with Margot Robbie in the desert. Like it doesn't become easier. It becomes, or filming in the Antarctic or in the sea or something. You still have to do these things. So if you can't handle it at that level, then you're probably not cut out for it. So I just throw myself in completely, just go for it. If you want me to throw myself on the floor, I'll do it 500 times to get the shot right. So I don't hold back. And then I come home covered in bruises. I explain to my family, no, it was work.
You got to explain to everybody. No.
No, he's not beating me up, honestly, it's work.
It's quite the commitment, doing that. You growing up as wanting to be an actress and a performer. Can you talk to us about some of your inspirations and maybe some of your favorite horror movies?
Ooh, see now, this is where my horror movie thing, it only started at a later stage, because I'll be totally honest with you, when I was growing up, I had a phobia, and it was a phobia so bad that I would like literally pass out. I was scared of blood.
Okay.
So yeah, and I couldn't. You couldn't even. My friends used to say BLOOD, because if you say blood, I would get like hazy like eyes, and I would get all on the back of the neck. So I could. Don't go out for Halloween. Don't like any dressing up with blood. The thought of the blood like around the mouth. Oh no, gone. I think I saw a film where somebody got shot. I think when I remember being at Disneyland and at the hotel with my family, and we're watching a film. It might have even been Bodyguard. I mean, there's a scene where she's like hugging him and he's dying. He's got blood. That scarred me for life. I couldn't watch horror films or anything that had any blood in it. And I'd like go to friends' sleepovers, like with all, when you're 15, 16, you have sleepovers. Everyone wants to watch a horror film. I was too embarrassed to tell people I was scared of blood. So I'd lay there with everyone pretending to watch it, but I'd just be looking over that way and pretending and not actually watching it because I was so scared of horror films. Yeah. So fast forward and like 20 years or whatever, I'm giving my age away. When I get cast in a horror movie and they say, you have to have fake blood in your mouth and you're going to be spitting it out, I'm like, how am I going to do it? Like, honestly, it was really, really difficult. It's like, it was a phobia that was a real phobia, not just, I don't like it. It was, I thought I'm going to faint. So I just was like, well, this is what I want to do. I can't turn this down because I'm scared of a bit of blood. But I remember thinking to myself, I felt really, and I couldn't tell anybody because I didn't know any of these people. So I just did it. And then I remember having to wash it out in the sink and all this red coming out. I'm like, I had to sit down on my own in the toilet and wait for the feeling to pass and then come back out. And I'm like, oh gosh. But then now you can cover me in blood. I cut my way out of snakes. I can watch any horror film, watching like operations on the TV. I can do it all. My phobia has been cured. So I'm like, yes, thank you. What a way to overcome a phobia. But yes, I wasn't once one of these people who watched, Friday the 13th, all these slasher films growing up. No, I was too scared. But I do. I mean, I have watched since doing this. Obviously, we watch films for inspiration and stuff. But there is, I can't remember the name of it. It's called Black Christmas, I think.
Yes, the original, the 1974.
1974. Yeah, see, now I like. Is it 1974?
Yeah, with the original with Margot Kidder and Olivia Hussey.
Yes, that one. See, now I like something like that because it leaves it to the imagination, and obviously it's like it's very low tech, but you know the suspense in that one, because I think we watched it for inspiration for one of the roles that I was in. I can't remember which one, but I was like, so I like films like that, like old school ones. That was
Right.
yeah, that was, and I like things that is more suspense, you know, psychological thrillers rather than the gore, which I feel is maybe a massive disappointment to all the gore fans who watch my films, because I'm like, no, I haven't seen them. But if I was ever to like choose my dream role, it would be some like a real mind twister, real psychological thriller with a real like complex, like crazy character with like tons of twists in it, you know, like a real edge of your seat one that makes you like, that gives you that feeling that I get just before I'm about to go on stage, you know, that horrible feelings. Like, give people that feeling so they know what it's like by doing a film. So I kind of like thrillers more than slashers, if you know what I mean.
Nice. Yeah, so, something along the lines of like Silence of the Lambs or Seven or something like that.
Yes. Oh well, you know, Silence of the Lambs. That's if we could recreate or make something that's like most iconic film ever, like some of those scenes, you know, you see people trying to recreate them in like, I don't know, drama workshops and stuff I've been to, and it's like, you can't touch the gold, you know, you just can't. You can do different interpretations, but you know, trying to do, because if I go to acting workshops or classes, I like to do kind of lesser known scenes, because once you do the iconic ones, you know, everyone knows, you're always comparing it to that, you know, amazing actor. And it's just not going to be
pretty high. Oh, that's great. Well, and also like some of those lesser known scenes too, you know, they need to be shared, they need to be out there, you know, as well, champions.
Definitely.
Oh, that's so cool. Danielle, we've got just a few more minutes, and you've got so many things going on, and obviously you've got the Cinderella movie that's coming out. What was that again?
Oh, I said I do. Yes, I do.
Yeah. Well, what was the name of the movie again? It's Cinderella's Curse.
Cinderella's Curse. Yeah. Cinderella's Curse. Yes.
Nice.
Evil Cinderella.
Excellent. Can't wait to see that. Hopefully that gets a cinematic run in the States, but we'll be looking out for it. Definitely, come streaming, and it sounds absolutely amazing, and hopefully we can see your one person show too in person.
I hope so. Well, the dream is, you know, they say dream big. I hope to do it really well, and then I can take it all around the world. So, you know, don't dream small, dream big, they say. So there we go. I'm going to take it on a world tour. You heard it here first.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, we will be waiting with anticipation here in Denver, Colorado.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for having me. It's been so nice talking to you.
Yes, it's been our pleasure, talking to you, and being able to learn more about your creative process and your career, doing all these cool things and getting bloody and overcoming phobias.
I know. Who knew? If you'd have told 8-year-old me that I'm going to make a career out of, chopping people up and gory and blood and like stabbings and gun wounds, I'd have been like, well, I'd have probably fainted before I even could give you an answer on what I thought about it. So, yes. But come on, leaps and bounds. The 8-year-old me would be proud.
Nice. Yay! Yeah. Let your inner child, live on.
Oh, yeah. My inner child is fully live and kicking.
Nice. Nice. Cool. Yeah, Danielle, stick around for a few minutes while we sign off. But again, it was a pleasure.
Absolutely. Ma, I'll stick around. Thank you for having me. I'll just wait here.
And to all our sponsors that supports us, to Mutiny Information Cafe, if you're going to start a revolution, make sure you're caffeinated. And our friends at Hellfire Entertainment, thanks for rebroadcasting us on your social media. To Groovy TV, And of course, to our friends at Alien Donut Films and Angela Joseph Productions, to Bill and Angela there. And to my producers, Amanda Armstrong and Stefan Santa Cruz, thanks for putting up with my shit. Danielle, thanks so much for coming on the show and helping coordinate the time zones.
Absolutely. It's been a pleasure.
Excellent. Thank you. And to everybody that tuned in, thanks so much, guys. Be good, be kind, help each other out during tough times, and stay spooky, everybody. Have a good evening. We'll catch you next